Okay. Now listen. Listen. We have seen that there are two types of outputs. One is soft copy. The other one is hard copy. Soft copy comes and goes. Soft copy is not permanent. It shows up for some time. It vanishes. It's called soft copy. Like our emotions. We may be happy for a while, then sad for a while, then be laughing for a while. All these things change from time to time. It's soft copy. Whereas a printed version never changes. A printed copy does not change. It's a hard copy. A printed version is a hard copy. Then there are two types of outputs we can produce. One is a soft copy, other one is a hard copy. Then for producing hard copy, we have two techniques. One is called impact type printing. Impact type printing, in which printer hits the paper to produce the result. Whereas there is another type of printing in which paper is not touched by the printer. It's non-impact type printer. Okay, non-impact type printer. Under impact type printers, we have seen that there is dot matrix printer, line printer, chain printer, gold ball printer, and daisy wheel printer. Then there are some non-impact type printers: inkjet printer, laserjet printer, thermal printer, and plotter. Okay, inkjet printer has got CMYK, 4 colors: cyan, magenta, yellow, black. Cyan, magenta, yellow, black. 4 colors are filled inside the cartridges. In laser printer, the paper is ionized. The paper is ionized and then heated with laser beam. On the heated surface, a powder, when spread on the surface, the powder sticks to the heated places and is removed from the unheated places. That is the result we get as the number or letter or images printed on the paper. Okay. Then there is a special printer called thermal printer, in which a special paper coated with phenol, some bisphenol, something, silver chromium, wait, bisphenol A, BPA. A special chemical called bisphenol A is spread on the surface, is applied on the surface already. When heat is applied to the paper, it becomes black. Therefore, for producing output, simply heat is applied on places where output is required. It may be a number, it may be a graph, it may be an image, whatever. Normally, the tickets we get or ATM counter outputs are in the form of thermal printer output. Then there is a large size printer called plotter. There is a larger printer which is called plotter, which can handle very large size papers. It is essentially an inkjet printer. Ink cartridges are filled inside the plotter and it prints normally in colors, in multicolors, because CMYK, all the 4 colors are available inside the printer. Then we come to the end of essentials of computer, basics of computer or over. We have seen that there are 3 main units. One is the CPU, which is the kingpin, central processing unit, CPU, and input units, keyboard, mouse, and then scanner, stylus, whatever it may be. Then output units. Outputs can be produced in the form of soft copy or hard copy. Soft copies can be produced on monitors. Monitors are essentially of 2 types. CRT monitor is no longer used. Okay, then we come to the modern era flat panel monitors, LCD monitor, liquid crystal display, LED monitor, light emitting diode, then plasma monitor, TFT, thin film transistor monitor. All these are available for producing soft copy. Then we have seen that hard copy can be produced in 2 ways. One is through impact printers, other one is through non-impact printers. Impact printers: dot matrix printer, line printer, chain printer, golf ball printer, and There is another. The last one, Daisy wheel printer. Can anyone remember all these things? Can anyone repeat the types of printer? Dot matrix printer, line printer, chain printer, golf ball printer, daisy wheel printer. Can everyone repeat with me? What are the types of impact type printer? Dot matrix printer, line printer, chain printer, golf ball printer, daisy wheel printer. Okay, then under non-impact category, we have inkjet printer, laser jet printer, thermal printer, and plotter. Can we repeat once more? Everyone. Inkjet printer, laser jet printer, thermal printer, plotter. These are the normal impact, non-impact type printers. Okay. With this, we come to the end of basic units of CPU. Then we recapitulate the terms used inside the first lesson, because these are very important for any person learning about computers. The first one is CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Once more, Central Processing Unit. Once more, Central Processing Unit. Then PS2, Personal System 2. Once more, Personal System 2. Once more, Personal System 2. Okay, then USB, Universal Serial Bus. Once more, Universal Serial Bus. Once more, Universal Serial Bus. Then RS-232, Recommended Standard 232. Once more, Recommended Standard 232. Okay, this is otherwise called serial port. RS-232 port is otherwise called serial port. Then LPT. LPT, line print terminal. Can we repeat? Line print terminal. Once more, line print terminal. Okay, LPT is otherwise called parallel port. LPT is otherwise called parallel port. Done. With this, VGA. VGA, Video Graphics Array. VGA stands for Video Graphics Array. The monitors, most of the monitors we have in our lab have VGA port. VGA, Video Graphics Array port, which has got a series of slots in the cable and series of pins in the CPU and the monitor. We connect it through VGA cable. Then RJ45. This is registered jack 45. This has got several other names. LAN port is one name for this LAN port. Then Ethernet port is another name for this. Then a LAN port is local area network port, Ethernet port. Then RJ45 is registered jack 45. Okay, RJ45 port. Normally we call it LAN port or Ethernet port. Okay, registered jack 45. Then RJ11 is no longer used. RJ11 is used for telephone connections. Telephone connections. Can we repeat? Registered jack 11. RJ11 stands for registered jack 11. Once more, registered jack 11. Then DVI. DVI, digital video interface. Digital video interface. Digital visual interface. Sorry, digital visual interface. Yes. This one was used prior to HDMI. Whereas on the arrival of HDMI, DVI ports were removed from computers. HDMI ports were provided instead of DVI ports, because HDMI can take both audio and video at high resolution, whereas the DVI port or VGA port would not do with audio. They would not work with audio. Then HDMI, high definition media interface. High definition media interface. Once more, high definition media interface. Then switch mode power supply. SMPS stands for switch mode power supply. Once more, switch mode power supply. Once more, switch mode power supply. Then HDD, hard disk drive. Hard disk drive. HDD stands for hard disk drive. Okay. Then there is one more thing which may not be included in the list. Nowadays it's being used. It's called solid state drive. SSD. SSD stands for solid state drive. இங்க நம்ம கிட்ட யாரு? சார் வைத்திக்குப்பம் இங்க இதுல இருந்தானா இல்ல இல்ல அந்த அங்க அந்த it's SSD. SSD stands for solid state drive. Can you repeat? Solid state drive. Once more, solid state drive. HDD has recently been replaced by solid state drive because solid state drive can work faster than HDD hard disk because there is no moving unit inside the solid state disk. Solid state disk has got only storage in the form of NAND gate-based storage. There is no moving unit. It's faster, more reliable. It's not subject to physical damages. Therefore, nowadays we are using solid state drive. Solid state drive. In some of the computers, you already have SSD. Maybe a few of you already have SSD inside your computers. You may not know this, but the speed of a solid state drive is much higher than that of a hard disk. You may feel it when the computer works. Okay, with this we close the class. We have covered impact type printers, non-impact type printers, then some essential terms related to computers: CPU, RS2, PS2, USB, RS232, LPT, VGA, RJ45, RJ11, DVA, HDMI, SMPS, HDD, and SSD, solid state drive.